It's a very cold, chilly morning in London on Tuesday, the 10th of September 2024. This is going to be a very brief edition because of the cold and the cold, very cold wind. So the items will be updated on in later editions when hopefully the climate is less hostile. This is Tuesday, the 10th of September 2024, and the Khoodeelaar television channel being broadcast on the internet under the banner of the Baby Angel Geronimo Manifesto editions. Reading the judgment of Griffiths in the High Court on the dated the 29th of July 2021, it is absolutely grotesque, full of contradictions, and contradictions are quite easily found in the judgments of the otherwise overly exaggerated members of the judiciary in England. For example, the overhyped Lady Hale, who was the first woman president of the Supreme Court after David Neuberger, has been pointed at by Bharat Malkani. Of course, Bharat Malkani is not himself free from contradictions, but he points out in his little book about limitations of the law in getting justice, racial justice, he says, she contradicts herself. And so, therefore, this is not unusual, this is not something. But the contradictions in Griffiths and Murray and their judgments against Big Angel Geronimo, and in allegedly rebutting the representations made on behalf of Helen MacDonald, Baby Angel Geronimo's mom, by the barrister McGahey. These contradictions are so grotesque and outrageous and irrational. They need to be taken apart, item by item, part by part, which I shall be doing in later editions. Now, back to the current agenda that the Starmer fronted regime that came into office following the 4th of July 2024 British general election. One of the books that I'm studying is by Will Hutton. Of course, I've mentioned Will Hutton before. And in the, I think, Sunday Times magazine, there is a mention of a book by Carol Borderman. Carol Borderman is featured in a piece headed as I Have the Devil in Me, which means that she is actually going to hold government to account. I mean, let's hope that she sticks to that. So her book is also coming out on the 12th or 11th of September. And I'm also reading the work that is obsolete in terms of the statistics, about 12 years too old, or statistically 10, 12, 14, 15 years too old. It's a book about Britain on the breadline, about poverty. And of course, there is this book about One Fine Day, about the decline of the British Empire, which has got quite a significant part about Eric Blair, also known as George Orwell. And there is a mention in Will Hutton's book about Clement Attlee, who, after leaving the university, he plugs Oxford University, of course, was working about poverty eradication in the East End of London. And there are references to William Booth and his work, multi volume work on poverty. And of course, the book in the northern English parts by another campaigning writer of the last 100 years or so. And so I'm reading all of those, and contextually, I'm looking at the actual premises. Actual premises leave out any voice, any actual say by the people of Asia or Africa, but there are comments about people of Africa and Asia under the so-called empire, but not by the people of Africa and Asia. What are the books that I'm reading? I'm also reading about Pierce Moron's book Wake Up, and of course, Will Hutton's book is this time No Mistakes. And I have the book by Barack Obama. I haven't actually read this, but I read some reviews promoting it, From His Land. So, Breadline Britain, The Rise of Mass Poverty, is about 15 years too late, but still relevant contextually. And there is a book by this woman called Rabina Khan, My Hair is Pink Under the Veil. Now, she is a Bangladeshi. How can her hair be pink under the veil? This is stupid, typical Rabina Khan lying and pretending to be something. So, we shall be talking about all of those in due course when the climate is better and not as cold and forbidding as it is appearing now. It's feeling quite cold. So I shall be ending this one at 7 minutes 27 seconds long at 0610 hours GMT or 710 hours UK time, British Standard Time on Tuesday, the 10th of September 2024.